Welcome guys, let's make a start today in a wide leg child's pose. All right, so big toes touching, knees open wide. We can reach the arms out to the front of the mat, let your forehead rest down onto the floor. That's always a nice place to start. A nice way to see how your hips and your legs and your back are feeling this morning. And if you're doing this class a little bit later on, to see how you are after your day. Try and reach the hands as far forwards as you can. Just notice how the spine is this morning. You can also do some rocks from side to side. Just working your way into your back, into your hips, and into your feet. And once you find somewhere comfortable to be like home, then you can let your eyes close and just start to think about your breathing. So as always, the breath, the most important part of your practice. Now lengthening your inhale and lengthening your exhale, just finding that calm before you begin. With every exhale, maybe finding a little bit more space. Just while you're here, walk the hands over to the right hand side. Yeah, go over as far as you can. You want to make sure that you can feel a stretch through the left side of your body. Yeah, so from your left fingertips, left arm, left shoulder blade, all the way to the left hip. And then walk the hands over to the other side. Right hand maybe wants to come onto the left hand, so you've got a little bit more space here on that right side. All right, walk your hands back to the center. I know that it can get a little bit difficult to stay in this wide leg child's pose for a long time, but see if you can be here a little bit longer. Right arm is going to go underneath you towards the left side. Rest the right side of your face on the floor. Left fingers to the top of the mat for a moment. And then bring your left hand on top of your right hand now. Straighten the arms as much as you can. And then just take the left arm directly up towards the sky. And it's like you're trying to twist the chest towards the sky here by pushing into the back of your right arm. And then lower the left hand back down. And we try it one more time. Lifting the left arm up and then trying to twist the chest towards the sky. Push into the back of your right arm. And then lower it back down. Okay, you can bring your left hand in, pick yourself up. Notice how that feels. And we go for the other side. Okay, so left arm underneath you towards the right side. Right fingers to the top of the mat. You can let the side of the head rest on the floor there. Then place your right hand on top of your left hand. So obviously that right arm might be a little bit longer. But then lift your right arm up to the sky. And then try and push into the back of the left arm. Notice where there's the resistance there. And then release. And then last time, lifting that right arm up. Imagining that you could get your chest towards the sky. And then lowering it back down. And you can bring your right hand in, bring your left hand in, and then bring your knees together. Come up onto all fours, and then just start to rock forwards and back. Okay, so it's quite a long time in that child's pose, so the hips have had a little bit of a deep massage there. So now start to let your thighs fall towards the floor and lift your chest up and then push your hips back. And do that a few times. The thighs move towards the floor, lift the chest up and then push it back. Maybe one more time. Good. So then come on to all fours, hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We'll come into a few cat-cows, just letting your belly sink, lifting your head, chest up, drag your hands to your knees, and then push your hands away and round into the back, chin to chest. And again, let your belly sink, drag your hands towards your knees, lift your chest up, and then pushing the mat away, round into the back. Last time, let your belly sink, lifting the head, chest up. Good, and then pushing away and rounding into the back. We'll come back to neutral. Now push down through your right hand and then swing your left arm up to the sky. Now you take your left arm underneath you towards the right side, side of the head down onto the floor. So just like we did earlier, right fingers to the top of the mat. Now try and find an arch in your lower back. Or not so much an arch, but try and find that natural curve of your spine here, your lower back. Lifting the sit bones up towards the sky. Then bring your right hand on top of your left hand. And then try and take your right arm up to the sky. We push into the back of your left arm. And then lower it back down. Last time, lifting the right arm up. Try and twist, twist, twist the chest towards the sky. So good, and then lower it right back down. Right hand on the floor to help you come up. Wiggle out what you need to wiggle out here. Then changing sides, push down to your left hand, swing your right arm up to the sky. Notice where the resistance is there. And then right arm underneath you towards the left side of the head on the floor. Oh, sorry, right side of the head on the floor. And left fingers to the top of the mat. Push into the back of your bottom arm. Try and lift the sit bones up towards the sky. Then bring your left hand on top of your right hand. And the same again, you're lifting your left arm up to the sky, twisting the chest as much as you can towards the sky. It's not going to go so far. It's only going to go so far. Left hand comes back down. And again, left arm comes up. Lift the sit bones up. Push into the back of your right arm. And then release. Left hand onto the floor. Picking yourself right back up. Or creaking your way back up. Take a cat-cow, let your belly sink, lift the head, chest up. And then round into the back and chin to chest. So now tuck your toes under. Then sit back onto your heels, wake up those feet a little bit, and then lay your belly down over your legs. Reach the arms out in front. Forehead down towards the floor. Use the hands now to push your hips back into your heels. Feel the stretch through the ankles and the calves. Take one more breath. Walk the hands back towards the knees and then lift the knees up off the floor. We'll start to rock forwards and back. Let's wake up the ankles and the calves and the shins. Clickety click. Hold on to opposite elbows. We'll straighten the legs. We'll take the elbows down and the hips up. Be mindful this is the first soiree into the hamstrings. And then bend the knees and sit your hips all the way back down. Okay, do that 2 or 3 times. Straightening the legs, arms down, hips up. And then bending the legs. Lifting the hips up, straightening the legs. And then bending the legs. Last time, straightening the legs, bending, lifting the hips. And then bending. Well done, releasing the hands. Let's walk all the way out into your plank pose. And in plank pose, you can rock forwards and back. And as you rock forwards and back, you can feel the calves stretch, the ankles stretch, the core engage. Good, and then you can bend your knees, and then push the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. How does that feel there? Try and lift your hips up, try and squeeze your heels down. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Well done. From here, come up high onto your toes, bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down onto the mat. From there, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, your forearms flat on the floor. Yeah, lift your head and your chest up. Push down through the tops of your legs. You're drawing your belly button back, you're tucking your tail, and you're lifting that chest up. I want you to keep your feet as they are, draw them together, but keep them pointed, the toes pointed. And you're going to round into your back and then lift your hips up off the floor. So you're coming into this forearm plank with the feet untucked. That's like you're dragging your feet towards your elbows. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs, lower the hips. Lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Reach back for your feet. Bring your heels into your bum. Lift your head, your chest up. Don't catch hold of your feet now. Try and touch your head with your toes. Lift your chest up. Inhale. And exhale. Cool. Release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulders back. Push down through your feet. You're going to straighten your arms. Lift your hips off the floor. Round into the back. Keep the toes untucked. And hold it here like you're dragging your feet towards your hands. Find that core strength. You can always drop your knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower yourself all the way back down. Same as before, reach your hands back towards your feet. Bring your feet into your bum. Lift your knees up, lift your chest up. Keep reaching past your knees. Hold it here. Imagine your feet are going to touch your head. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Good, release. Tuck your toes under, hands underneath your shoulders. Come up through a plank pose. And then take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Do any wiggles that you want to do there. We fired up the front and we fired up the back. Big breath in. And a long breath out. From here, you're going to come down onto all fours. You're going to lift the right leg back, press the toes into the floor, rock forwards and back for a moment. Then you can lift the right leg up and then take your right foot over towards the left side, tuck the toes under, push into the floor, look over your left shoulder as much as you can. Breathe into the right side. So we are crunching the left side, stretching the right hand next to your left hand, and then reach your right fingers over to the left side. Really breathe into the right side now. Good. From here, bring your right hand back, bring your right leg back, bring the right knee in between your hands. And then take the right foot outside of your left leg and then bring your knees to meet. Fan the feet out to the side and rock forwards and back. So just starting to get into those hips a little bit. From here, you can bring one hand onto your hip and then your other hand onto the hip. Just see how that feels. It might be a little bit tight yet. Tuck your tail. Lift your chest up, just do what you can here. You can also just keep the hands on the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, hinge from the hips. Take the hands down. Release the right leg and then bring it back next to the left. Wiggle that out. Then you're going to take the left leg back, press the toes into the floor, and again, rocking forwards and back for a moment. And you're picking your left leg up, Taking it over towards the right side, tuck the toes under, push into the floor. Look over your right shoulder at your left foot. So you're now crunching your right side, stretching your left. Bring your left hand next to your right. And then maybe take your left hand over to the right side. You want to breathe into the left side. Bring your left hand back. And then bring your left knee in between your hands. Take your left foot outside of your right. Fan the feet out to the side. We're going to rock forwards and back a bit. Try and keep the knee on the floor if you can. So if it felt awful the other side and you don't want to do it this side, that's fine. See how it goes. Left hand onto your hip. Right hand onto your hip. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tuck your tail. Try and lift your chest up. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Such a strange stretch, this one. Now you can hinge from the hips, working your way down towards the floor. Are we okay? Good, hands to the floor. Release your left leg. Bring it back next to the right. Okay. Cat-cow, let your belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. Any little movements you want to do here. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Okay, so now let your belly sink. Lift the head, chest up. Tuck your toes under. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. If your heels are getting towards the floor now, you can lift your toes up. Yeah, something to move towards. Right leg goes to the sky, bend the knee and open up the hip. We'll draw a big circle with your right knee now. And then take the circle the other way. So bring your right knee into your nose, right foot inside your right hand. Lower the left knee to the floor. Release the left toes. We'll lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms faced up. We're just going to lean over towards the right side. Breathe into the left side. That's it. So now really push into your right foot. So you come back onto your left knee. As you round into your back, bring your body over your right leg. Yeah, so you're pushing your hands forwards and rounding into your upper back. Then just lift your arms up to the sky and sink back into that left leg as you lift your head and your chest up. Good. Well done. Release the hands. Come back onto your left leg and draw the right toes to your face. How's that feel? Inhale. And exhale. Welcome to the hamstrings. One more breath. Rebend into your right leg. Wiggle your right foot a little bit further forwards than your hands now. Yeah, let's see if that feels okay there. Now you're going to tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up off the floor. So it's a really long lunge, yeah? A really long, low lunge. You might want to stay here with the hands down or bring one hand onto your knee and then the other hand onto the knee. See what happens. It's a long, low lunge. Hold it there. Big breath in. Lift the chest up. Good. And as you breathe out, hands come down to the floor. And can you take your right foot to the back of the mat and into your downward dog? Wiggle your hips. Squeeze your heels down. Good. We'll take the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. And then big circle with that left knee. Take the circle the other way. Bring your left knee into your nose, left foot inside the left hand. Once you get there, you can lower the right knee to the floor. Ooh, welcome to the right hip flexor. We lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms faced up. And then lean over towards the left side, breathe into the right side. So finding even more space now through that right side. And push down into your left foot so you come back onto your right knee as you round into your back to bring your chin to your chest. Imagine you're pushing your hands into the wall. Then sink forwards again so you stretch your right thigh as you lift your head, chest up, back into it. And releasing the hands, we'll come back onto the right knee, left toes to your face. Squeeze your left hip back. That's it, good, inhale. Exhale, try and fold over that left leg. Cool, guys, well done. All right, here we go again. So you're gonna bend into your left leg. Now wiggle that foot so it's further forwards than your hands. Yeah. Be brave. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee up off the floor. So this is enough here. Yeah, you could stay here. You can draw your chest forwards, just work on that space there. Or bring one hand onto your leg and then the other hand. Squeeze your feet towards each other. Get down nice and low. If this feels normal for you, then you haven't got the foot far enough forwards. A big breath in. Good. As you breathe out, lower the hands down, and then take your left foot to the back of the mat. Did you breathe? Wiggle the hips, squeeze the hips up, press the heels down one by one. Come up high onto your toes, roll yourself forwards into your plank pose, and then lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Bring your heels into your bum, reach your hands back, lift your chest up. Try and catch your head with your toes. Inhale. Fire up your back. As you exhale, bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms onto the floor. Keep the toes untucked, round into the back and hover your hips up. Core strong. Imagine you're dragging your feet towards your elbows. Lower yourself all the way back down onto the mat. Draw your heels into your bum. Reach your hands back. Lift your head, chest up. Try and catch your head with your toes. Breathe in. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep your toes untucked. Round into your back. Lift your hips up. Hold it here. Imagine you're dragging your feet towards your hands. Fire up your core. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Push up through your plank pose. Take your hips up and back, downward dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's keep going. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up your hip. Right knee into nose, right foot inside the right hand. Just turn both toes towards the left. Keep your left leg straight. Try and sink down into that right foot, left toes to the sky. So Skandasana. Good. From here, bring it all the way back to the front. Then come up into your high lunge, lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms face up, we'll lean over to the right. Bend the back leg as you bring your body over your right leg, rounding into the upper back. Straightening the arms up to the sky and straightening that back leg. Good, release the hands, take them either side front foot, and then work on straightening your right leg, right toes towards your face. Breathing in. Good. As you breathe out, take your right foot to the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Wiggle your hips. Good. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up your hip. Left foot inside left thumb. Swivel both feet towards the right. Keep your right leg straight. Sink your hips down, Skandasana, right toes to the sky. Swing it all the way back to the front. Come up into your high lunge. Yes, good. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms face up. And we'll lean over towards the left, breathe into the right. Okay, so your back leg is straight a moment. Now bend the back leg as you round into the back. Hover over your left leg, pushing your hands forwards, rounding into the back. And then straightening your back leg, lift your arms up to the sky, lift your chest up to the sky. Good. Take your hands down either side of the front foot And then work on straightening your left leg. Maybe left toes towards your face. Breathe in. As you breathe out, send the left foot to the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out, lift the hips up. Again, right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up your hip. Right knee into nose, right foot next to right thumb. Swivel both feet towards the left, left leg stays straight. Maybe you can reach your arms forwards as you sink into Skandasana. You might be higher than me, you might be lower than me. See where you go. Good, swing all the way back to the front. Come back into that high lunge, lift the arms up. From here, bring your hands heart center and then take them behind you. Yeah, you're going to lean over your right leg, push down through your right heel. I want you to keep your right leg as bent as you can and then start to lift your left leg up. Now bend your right leg. Wrap both arms around your right leg, hugging the right thigh into your chest. Inhale, lift the left leg up higher. Make sure you've got a bend in that right leg. Good, slowly lower your left leg right back down. Take your hands either side of the right leg and then work on straightening your right leg, right toes to the face. How is the right leg? Swing your right foot to the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Wiggle, wiggle. Do what you need to do. Left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up your hip. Left foot inside the left thumb. Try and get the knee to the nose. Turn both feet towards the right. Right leg stays straight. Sink your hips down. Can you reach your arms forwards? Swing it all the way back to the front of the mat. And then come up into your high lunge. Good, good, good. Strong now through that left heel. Push our hands to the heart center, take them behind you, and then just lean over your left leg. You want to keep this left leg nice and bent now. Right, you're going to take the hands forwards and then lift your right leg up. Keep that left leg nice and bent. Wrap your arms around your left leg. Whoops. Squeeze the chest in towards the thigh, and the thigh in towards the chest as you lift your right leg up. Don't worry if you wobble, the wobbling makes you stronger. Lower the right leg down to the floor, hands either side, and then work on straightening your left leg, left toes to the face. Did you breathe while you were balancing? Inhale. And as you exhale, take the left foot to the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Right foot inside, right thumb, adding on. Turn both feet towards the left. Left leg stays straight. Reach the arms forwards if you can. Yeah, stay higher than me if you want. Swing all the way back to the front. Come back up into that high lunge. Good, bring your hands through heart center, take them behind you. Lean over your right leg. Now keep your hands off the floor and then lift your left leg up. That's it, good, enjoy it. Breathe in, lift the left leg higher if you can. Well done, now bring your left knee into your chest. Left foot next to the right. Chair pose, round into the back. Arms up, tuck your tail. Breathe in. Good, as you breathe out, take the hands to the floor and then straighten the legs. Halfway lift and let them. As you exhale, bend your knees so your palms are flat. Yeah, and then come up high onto your toes. Jump your feet to the back of the mat. Go with your vinyasa, elbows bend. Straighten the arms, cobra up dog. Take it up and back, downward dog. Squeeze your heels down, lift your hips up. Inhale. And exhale. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Good. Left knee into nose, left foot inside the left thumb. Okay, so now turn both feet towards the right. Keep the right leg straight, sink the hip down, reach the arms forwards, or stay higher than me, go lower than me. Swing all the way to the front. Come back into your high lunge. We've got this. Take your arms down by your side and then lean over your left leg. Okay, keep the hands off the floor, push into your left foot and then lift your right leg up. Find that strength in your legs, in your sides, in your core. Bring your right knee into your chest. Really power through your left foot. Pop your right foot next to your left. That's a killer. Lift your arms up, tuck your tail into your chair pose. Breathe in. Good. As you breathe out, hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your knees, palms flat. Jump back into chaturanga arms or take your time. Vinyasa. Straighten your arms, cobra, up dog. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Just before we have a little break, come up high onto your toes, roll yourself forwards into your plank pose. Now keep your shoulders over the hands, walk your feet to your hands. Every time you walk your feet closer, lift your hips up higher. Yes, maybe you come up high onto your toes and then walk your feet all the way back, keeping your shoulders over the hands. One more of that. Walk your feet towards your hands. Get your hips high, high, high. Maybe come up high onto your toes. And then walk your feet all the way back. Well done, guys. Lower yourself all the way down onto the mat with control. Good. So lifting your head, chest up, reach your heels into your bum, and now you get to catch hold of your feet. Now you could do one leg at a time if you can't get hold of 2 feet. Lift the head, chest up, push the feet into the hands. Maybe you can roll forwards and back. Well done, guys. Release the legs. From here, just take your right arm out, in line with your right shoulder, palm flat on the floor. Left hand, push down into those into the left fingers into the mat. And then spin your left hip back on top of the right. Left foot is going to land behind your right leg. You take your left arm up to the sky. Just be careful here. Maybe you can lean the left arm back. Be careful, it's already a big stretch in your right arm. So careful of the weight of the left arm, left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower your left hand back down. And then put your belly onto the mat. Lower down. Bring your right arm in, shake out your right shoulder. That should feel quite stretched. Left arm out to the left side. Right fingertips on your right side. Push into the right fingertips to spin your right hip back on top of the left. So enjoying the stretch there through the left shoulder, left bicep, left chest. Right arm up to the sky. And it's like you're trying to lay your right arm over your left arm. Does intensify the stretch for me. So you be mindful, don't go too far. And then bringing the right hand back in and laying your belly back down onto the mat. Get shaken or bring in that left arm, shake out the shoulders. Hands underneath your shoulders. We'll come back into a child's pose. Hips into your heels. Walk your hands forwards. Breathe in. And breathe out. How does all that feel? Hopefully it's a nice wake up, nice shake up, nice check in. A few more front body openers just to finish. Walk your hands back to your knees, lift your chest up. Have your fingers pointing behind you, palms flat onto the floor, and then just push down into your shins to lift your hips up. Breath in, breath out. Sit your hips back into your heels, release your feet now. Have your feet flat on the floor, fingers pointing away. And then breathe in, lift the hips up. Good, push down through the hands. Push down through your feet. Fire up your hamstrings, your glutes. Stretch the front. And then lower your bum back down onto the mat. Well done. Reaching your hands forwards. You need to shuffle forwards, do it. And then start to lower down onto your back. We're going to bring the knees into your chest, wrap your arms over the tops of the knees. You can rock from side to side here for a minute. Now bring both knees together and lift your hips up, move the hips over to the left, and then let both knees fall to the right. Take your arms out either side of you. Try and squeeze your left shoulder down onto the mat. Then lift your left arm up to the sky. Take your left hand onto your right hand. Can we come into almost like a fetal shape here, but the palms together, arms straight. And then take your left arm up to the sky. And then all the way over towards the left side. So you're really opening up into that twist. Finding a little bit more space. Good. Bring the knees right back into the chest. I'm going to lift the hips up, bring them back to the center. And now lift your hips up, take them over to the right. And let both knees then fall to the left. So it just helps you to get a little bit deeper into that twist. Then we'll bring the right arm up and over onto your left arm, roll onto the left shoulder. And then peel yourself open, right arm lifts up towards the sky. And we can really peel ourselves open, squeeze your right shoulder down into the mat. And then bring the knees right back into the chest, lifting the hips up so you can come back into the center. Pop both feet down onto the mat. Take your arms up to the sky and then fingers to the shoulders, palms flat on the floor by your ears, elbows squeezing in. As you exhale, push down through your feet and then lift the hips up. Maybe you stay here or you come into a wheel. So remember, if this is your morning wheel, it's not going to be your biggest wheel. You're just stretching the front of your body. Coming down whenever you're ready. Feet as wide as the mat, and then just windscreen right for the legs. Okay, and come into your final pose. So it could be plow, it could be happy baby. You could be squeezing your knees into your chest. You could be doing a headstand. Choose where you want to go. I'm going to go into plow. Just try and relax your spine, relax the weight into your elbows, out of your neck. Take a few breaths wherever you are. Put your palms flat on the floor and then slowly lower your spine down. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, wherever you are. Push your feet together and lift your hips up. And then lower your spine down, pushing your tailbone towards your feet. So getting more of the spine on the floor, and then arms up and over your head. Let your eyes close and let your face relax. And take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. And again, breathing in, filling yourself up. Breathing out, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last time, breathing in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let's be here for a few more moments. So no awareness on your breathing now, just let everything be soft, be steady. And that little moment of calm before you continue your day. So giving yourself time to let the practice settle in your bodies. If you've got your knees open still, then you can bring both knees back up to the sky. Have your feet flat down onto the mat. And we're just going to bring your right knee into your chest for a minute. Hug onto that right leg and extend your left leg forwards. So we got a little opportunity here just to get into the hips. Stretching out the front of the left leg, stretching out the practice. You can circle your right ankle, just checking in with the right ankle. And then taking the twist right knee over towards your left side. It's like a big yawn now into your body. Bringing the right knee back into your chest. We'll hug the left knee in. And then just extend your right leg away. And again, a little circle with the left leg, left ankle. You can let the left leg move from side to side. Should feel quite nice. And we'll let the left knee fall to the right side. Coming into that twist, and all of this should feel quite nice now. Okay, bringing your knee right back into your chest. Okay, hug your right knee in as well. Take the hands behind your thighs, and we'll start to roll forwards and back, just massaging your spine on the floor. Good. And then make your way up to seated. Just be cross-legged for a minute, hands down onto your knees. Yeah, circle the shoulders one way, circle the shoulders the other way. Let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder, squeeze your left shoulder down the back. I like to draw a circle with my nose here, and then circle it the other way. Good, and then picking the head right back up. Lower left ear towards left shoulder, feeling the stretch through the right side. And again, a little circle with the nose. And then circling it the other way. And then just bringing the head back to the center, finishing with alternate nostril breathing, okay? So take your right hand, first two fingers, press into the center of the forehead. Your thumb and your forefinger are going to alternate through the nostrils. Okay, so we'll take a breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Block off your right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through the left. Blocking off the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block off the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Blocking off the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Blocking off the right, exhale through the left. Last round, inhale through the left. Blocking off the right, exhale through, blocking off the left, exhale to the right. Inhale through the right. Blocking off the right, exhale through the left. Releasing the hands, breathe in through both nostrils. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Breathe normally, naturally. Bring your palms together, rub the hands as fast as you can. And place the hands over your closed eyes. And then we just wipe the eyes and wipe the face away. Just coming back into the space. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. I hope you feel ready for the rest of the day. Focused, centered, stretched, strengthened, all of those things. Have a lovely rest of your day, guys.